Hey guys, my name is Koushik and welcome back to LetCode. In this video, we are going to check out how to do the installation for the Flutter. So Flutter is used to develop mobile applications, web applications, as well as desktop applications with a single code base. The code base can be used for mobile application for both Android and the iOS. So Flutter is very easy to learn and uses a programming language called Dart that is developed and maintained by the Google, and Flutter is also part of the Google UI toolkit, right? And it's very easy to learn. If you're going to build some complex application, then probably you have to learn the Dart programming language in detail. But if you're going to create small applications, then you can just start with the Flutter. But even though that's not recommended, you should know the programming language very much. But I just learned for not to create any big apps and publish in the store. I just created some utility that I use daily. So we are going to check out few of the apps maybe in detail in the upcoming videos. I know this is a testing channel where we do lots of testing and we learn all the testing technologies. Do I know Flutter that much? Not really. I know few of the concepts and I have just created 3 applications so far, not in the app store. Everything is just like private and for a just a freelancing project I did once 2 years ago. So with that knowledge, I think probably I can just give you some idea about it and let's see how it goes. Okay. So first of all, we are going to do the installation of the Flutter. So it's very easy. Just head over to the flutter.dev and you can click on this get started. And here we have different operating systems. So I'm on the Windows. I will go with the first Windows here. And first of all, we have to download this stable SDK zip. So we'll store it somewhere in the Y drive or maybe in the K drive, anywhere you can just store it. So it will take few seconds to download depending on your internet. Okay, so once the download is completed, just go to the folder and extract the file. So we'll get all the files in the zip file and we should extract that. Okay, so right click and do the extract. And you can use the code editor as IntelliJ, VS Code or the Android Studio itself. I will go with the VS Code because that is what I use most of the time. So I will just stick with the VS Code itself. And where is that? Yes. So wherever you have extracted, just go to that folder and within that folder you will get another Flutter file. So copy this entire path. We are going to set the path. So this PC, right click and go to properties and then go to advanced system settings and click on the environment. And here on the system variables, we have something called path. So click on that and click on the edit and then click on new and give that path then followed by /bin. Okay, so that should be your system variable where we are going to point the bin path. Okay, and in the user variable for the user, you just click on this new and type flutter underscore home and you give the entire path of the project or the binary files. Don't include the bin here. Okay, so click on the OK and click on OK and click on the OK. That's it. We are done with the installation, but few things are there. Okay, so let's go back to the same Flutter file and here we have something called flutter console.bat file. So just double click on it and it will give you something like this. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to say like flutter doctor. So that will check all the required things like it is going to check the Dart SDK. So that is the programming language that is used by the Flutter, and then it is going to download few of the files, and that's it. We are pretty much done with the installation. But wait, we have to configure few things on the VS Code in the editor side as well. We'll see that as well. Okay, so finally the installation is completed fully, and here you can see that we have two warnings. One is Android toolchain, so we have to accept some license, I believe, and the second one is basically on the Android Studio. We didn't install the Flutter plugin or the Dart plugin, and also make sure that before installing this one, you should have the Android Studio that is already available in my system. So I skipped that, but in your case, you should download that. Just download the file and click next, next, next. That's it. Pretty much simple. This Android Studio will be like 2 to 3 GB, I think. So yeah, you can just download and do the click, I mean next, next, next. That's pretty much fine. Okay, and here we can see that we have this VS Code and everything's connected one device. So I'm using my mobile phone as the webcam, so that's why it says like connected device. In your case it might be different. Okay, so that's it. We'll just close this one, and let's create a new folder somewhere here. I will just name this like apps, and we'll just open the VS Code here. Right click and open the VS Code, and then we are going to install two plugins basically. So go to this plugins or the extensions, and first of all we have to search for Flutter. Just type and enter Flutter, and it will give you this one. You have to click on the install. Okay, so this is basically to get all the debugger and all those stuff. Okay, so once this is installed, just check for Dart, and here we have to install this. By default, when we install the Flutter, that will be installed automatically. If not, you can just click on the install button and it will be installed. Okay, that's it. Now we'll just check like whether the installation is fully done, or if we have any problem to this, right? So what you can do is you can type like Control Shift P, and here you can type like Flutter, and it will ask you like new project. So we'll just select this Flutter new project, and we have to give a name to it. So I'm just going to select the folder, the same folder, and I will just name like my first app. Okay, so my first app, and it says that everything should be on the lowercase and with the underscore. Okay, so we'll just create like this Flutter my first, I mean my Flutter first app, I think. Yeah, my first app, and that will open up new window. So we can close the existing one, and we'll just maximize this one. Now this is going to basically uh, do some thing on the background. It will just download few files, and it will set up all the project file. Whenever we create a new project, basically it will give us a simple application to do the testing. So I'm going to show that in my mobile. So the cam might go off now because I'm going to cast my mobile to on the screen. Not sure if I can use both at the time, but yeah, you got the idea, right? So let's see. So here you can see that it says that Flutter, the version, the Dart programming language, and yeah, it identify my mobile. It says OnePlus the 60 version. Um, to connect the mobile, what you have to do is we have to go to the settings. Let me show you. I'll just pause this video and pull out my mobile and will show you. Okay. Okay, I believe you can see my screen. So I'll just tell you the steps what we need to do to make sure that our mobile is connected in our system. Okay, so go to the settings and go to about phone, and here we will get some build number. So this is basically in the OnePlus UI. All other phones will have similar UI, I believe. So just tap on this build number for like 5 to 6 times, and that will say like you are now a developer. In my case, already I'm on the same setting, so it's not showing. Okay, after that go to systems, and you can see now here we have a developer option, and then here we have to select this developer option, the toggle the checkbox. And then if you go down here, we can see that we have something like USB debugging. So make sure that we have enabled this option as well. Okay, and that's it. Once that is done, now we can run this program. So what we can do is we can click on this run, and that's going to trigger this application. So we have some basic counter application. I'll just in the next video we'll just delete all the code, and we'll understand few coding part in the Flutter. As of now, just to make sure that installation is completed successfully, I'm going to show you how this really works. Okay. It will take few minutes because it's running for the very first time. After that, it will be a little faster. Okay. Okay, so the app is compiled and installed successfully, and so here you can see that this is our basic app where it says like Flutter demo homepage, and we have a button. So this is known as floating action button. So if I click on this, that will just do the increment. That's it. That is what the basic applications we get. Now, just in case, let's say that we wanted to change something. So here we have this primary swatch color to blue. If I want the change this color from blue to anything, probably I can just type it here, and that will be reflected in the UI very soon. So this is known as hot reload function. So we can just do the changes and we can see instantly on our mobile. So that's the best thing. And here you can see that it says like title like Flutter demo homepage. So I'm just going to change like Flutter my Flutter app, something like that. Okay, so my Flutter app. Okay, so let's say, and here you can see that we got some changes, right? So that is how cool Flutter is. We can see the changes instantly, and there are so many features to talk about the Flutter. There are so many tutorials also available in the market, but most of us from the testing side do not see videos like this, or even we don't bother about the channel, those channels. There are pretty good channels out there uh, to build the Flutter apps. There are so many things out there, right? So I just started this series so that at least you'll get something to know other than testing as well. Okay, I'm not a Flutter developer, or I'm not just fully into it, so my tutorial might not be the best, but definitely there will be something to learn. Okay, so that's it for the videos. In the next video we'll create one simple app, and in upcoming videos maybe there will be some another apps as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one very soon. If you like the video, consider giving a like, and if you're new to the channel, kindly do the subscribe and stay tuned for testing as well as development videos. Thanks for watching.